Hey everyone, I recently made a one-pager comic for the local series publication, The Good, The Bad, and The Sketchy #8. This time around, the theme was fairy tales, which is tying into the Glass Slippers Summer 2024 art show. Conceptualizing an idea was difficult, as I only had a single page to convey a story that made sense. I started thinking of something with the dragon, of course, but then I thought I should try to tie it into my own IP, John Roach and the Intoverse. As you can see here with this bee character I started to draw. Well, the problem with that was that I would need to establish the world so that it will make sense, fairy tale wise, and one page doesn't allow a lot of real estate for that. So I pivoted into blocking out something more normal. I started on making some menacing villain obtaining this legendary sword, the whole my power's absolute sort of thing. But then I thought that it wasn't very satisfying because technically there isn't an arc here, just a guy grabbing a sword, obtaining some power. The sword, however, was intriguing to me, and I drew this pose with the goblin guy from before. Okay, now we're on to something. What if this guy is a bandit trying to capture something or someone? This is where I thought of the princess. Of course, I drew from Toadstool in terms of dress design, but even in Disney, they all have very similar looks. I added another close-up of both characters to set up a big payoff, but I realized that with my constraint of one page, I need to have the whole arc finished now. With that came the rearranging of panels in order to show off the princess's reveal. I moved the close-ups to the left, got rid of the approaching panel, and added the princess using her powers. The pose initially was something more akin to Dragon Ball Z, but in the final inking I used a more burst-type pose, like something Storm would do, since my princess's power would derive from the solar energy. This looked good, but I still felt as if something was missing. Since this was a single page, it totally needed a title. I thought of Soul Sister at first, but I felt that was kind of on the nose and not very enticing. I settled on Kingdom of Soul as opposed to Castle of Soul to show that the entire civilization is solar-based. Added the credentials and the beginning interaction. Inking was next, but that was the easiest part. I was traveling at the time, so I did most of this while in the air, and those rays ended up taking a majority of the time. It felt empty up top, so I opted for the interior background, and voila! My fairy tale one-pager submission to this season's The Good, The Bad, and The Sketchy is complete. Currently, I'm developing my own character and series called John Roach in the Intoverse, and we'll be posting progress videos for that just like this, so stay tuned because some really cool stuff is happening soon. If you're a fan of action, great story, and creepy crawlies, that is something for you. So, keep in touch, and thanks for watching.